Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. This is the MLB Odds Couple show for Thursday, May 12th. We got 8 games on the card tonight, but we're gonna tackle them. And overall, let's throw up our record for the year. Overall, Mike Brenner, we're both coming off of nice winning days.
Yeah, you had a 3-1 night. Very productive.
That's right. And
just quietly getting it done.
Yeah, and I also had a big day on my personal accounts with betting the picks that I gave in this show and some different ones that I tweeted. Like I tweeted the second half over in the Cleveland-Houston game. So yeah, a bunch of winners, and of course your record overall on the year, stellar. It's like 7 or 8% ROI.
Let's just keep it going.
Excellent, Mike Brenner.
Keep it going, baby.
Well, we got 8 games on the card tonight, and there's some things I'm thinking about. I might wind up only giving one pick though. I'm still not sure what I think about it. Well, let's start with
one of them cards, as you say. Nothing has just jumped out and grabbed me.
For you too?
Yeah,
really.
Just really has not, and I'm having to dig in. But
well,
that's all good.
I'll tell you one thing that I will admit on the overnight lines. I did take a bite with. It's Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah.
I got him at a pretty good line. I got him at, I think, about minus 200. Now it's up to about minus 220 or 210 market wide. Normally, you know, when you're looking to bet on Kershaw, you're looking at like
260s and 270s. Yeah.
You might even see like a 300 in there, 320 at times.
And you know why that line's starting to adjust with him, and it's not him. It's the hitting. It's this team.
Right.
It's what they've had to replace.
But the Dodgers have won 6 out of his 7 starts this year, so they have been getting it done. You know, a big part of this line is that Bartolo Colon has been solid on the other side, but my sense
But
is...
he's 42.
Yeah.
Something's got to break down.
I mean, my sense is that Kershaw is likely to dominate again, and maybe the Dodgers on the run line are minus 1.
I'll tell you what, Pete, you said you have to admit. Hell, you should be proud to admit you went on that line last night. And you shouldn't have just nibbled. You should have fucking took a bite off of that last night.
I'm slightly proud that I got a good line. Yes.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I'm on that game on the first half run line, Pistol Pete.
Whoa, okay.
And it's minus 135 is what I saw, unless my line shopper can do the deal here.
Minus 135.
Yeah, and again, my reasoning is Colon coming off that, you know, he had a home run. But the Mets just haven't been absolutely lighting up anything as of late. And I just think that Kershaw effect just plays into the heads mentally of the opponent. So I like him being up by 1 run after 5 tonight. I think it's a safe bet, and I'm banking my money on it, Pistol
Yeah,
Pete.
you might be right there. Again, I bet him on the minus 1 line on the overnight line, and maybe I'll do that here. Then another one that I bet on the overnight line that I think I'm going to take back is I took the over in Houston, Boston. Right? We have Keuchel and Price. Both of those guys have been obviously everyone knows about it. Off to
they're the 2 most overpaid athletes in baseball right now. The bottom line.
It's tricky because their velocity is down for both of them. There's speculation they might be injured, but there are also some peripheral stats that indicate that both are due for a big correction going forward.
No, that's true, and that's what scares me about the over. That would be the one day where you get a 1-0 shutout or something. But
so I took it at over 8 minus 108, and I'm going to hedge out probably 75%, maybe all of it, because now I'm not liking it anymore.
You're not liking it anymore.
Although one thing that
that's what the owner of the Boston Red Sox said after he watched Price pitch again. I'm not liking this anymore. He's not giving us a fucking thing back for what we paid him.
One thing that I am proud of, but that I haven't had the balls to put in the videos, but that I have been proud of on my personal accounts, is betting overs in the Boston series against Oakland. And you know, all those went soaring over. You know, like the one yesterday, I was just like 9.5. It's a little bit too high, so I didn't want to go public with it. Didn't matter at all. Went soaring over. So these Boston games are going way over. This one, again, I bet it on the overnight. I think I'm going to hedge most of it out because I'm starting to get nervous about it.
Well, that being said, what's up with Price? I got to ask you, Pete, because you know how this gets to me with these overpaid athletes, and they think it's okay to just be mediocre after they get paid these big
there's
contracts.
A few issues. One is that his velocity is significantantly down. Why is that?
Yeah, that's
age-related decline.
He's young.
2 is that there are reports that he's having some mechanical issues it's actually Pedroia who suggested a mechanical. So he's planning on making a mechanical change, and sometimes mechanical changes can affect you psychologically, and you can have a nice bounce back for 1 or 2 starts, and then revert back to getting crushed after that. So I'm not. No one's exactly sure, and he might be injured.
Yeah. But in defense of him, though, he did say in a statement, I have definitely not earned any of the money they've given me, but I'm going to keep trying. So that I do like. It just frustrates me, though. I'm all over this game on the run line.
Okay.
I'm taking the run line plus 145. I mean,
Boston.
their offense has just been too damn awesome, and I think this may be the day that at least Price straightens it out. Keuchel, I don't know what's going on with him.
Yes, with him, you know, after a pitcher wins a Cy Young, there's often, and we saw the same thing with Corey Kluber.
Sure did.
Feels like he also, though, has some peripherals that suggest that he's going to be better going forward. Feels like Price's problems are more correctable, and certainly when you're taking a game at Fenway, taking the run line is almost always preferable.
Exactly, and not just that, the mojo that this offense is producing right now for Boston with Ortiz just shining on his way out the door. It's fun to be there. I looked at a photo today of that team after their victory yesterday, smiling, just having fun again. So I love it, Pistol Pete. Run line plus 145.
Well, right now I have a Pinnacle line of, it's 145 market wide, but Pinnacle 149.
I'll take that extra
so
four,
why
baby.
not take it? Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you said you were taking Boston on the money line, that would make me nervous. Taking them on the run line feels like a good idea because if they win, there's probably going to be fireworks there.
I think you're right, Pistol Pete.
Then another game that's interesting is Pelfrey and Jimenez, and with Detroit and Boston and Pelfrey. I mean, Jimenez has been very hittable. Pelfrey has been getting shellacked.
I feel sorry for that
And with
kid,
these guys,
for
I
real.
have not seen any peripherals that
It's
suggest that they're going to pitch.
He literally said, I have to go pitch again? I mean,
Yeah. So if you want to take Baltimore, though, you're looking at a big line here, 165 or 170. Again, this is just like the Boston line. The total is 9.5, but maybe it doesn't. I mean, 9.5. Anytime you have a total over 9, starts to make me feel nervous if you want to bet the over.
You want to talk about nervous? I mean, or maybe make you feel comfortable with that. Adam Jones, Chris Davis, Mark Trumbo, the three of them yesterday, 10 for 15.
Yeah, I mean,
combined 5 home runs.
And then Jimenez, I mean, he could throw a shutout, but probably not.
Yeah,
right?
and I used to make so much money fading him, right? But there's something about Bucky Showalter, the way he manages. He's gotten in this kid's head, and this kid's a believer in himself. Pelfrey, no, not just that. This team is shaking their head. They've lost like 7 out of 8. Brad Osmus, his job's on the line. And you know what? Cabrera, I just see him taking a step back. And it comes with age and everything else.
People were expecting that anyway at the beginning
Exactly,
of the season.
exactly. Pistol Pete, I'm on the run line, plus 115. Look at those eyes light up. I love it.
It's just because, I'm looking at this. I'm like, am I going to take Jimenez at minus 170?
And
no
I couldn't.
way.
I could not do that, so I had to take the run line.
At plus what?
Plus 115 is what I saw now, unless my line shopper
We
gets
do.
me better.
I have the Greek here.
Okay, give me the Greek.
Out. Everyone else has about 110, 105.
Yeah.
Pinnacle 113, and the Greek plus 115.
That's
so
what we're taking,
plus
baby.
115. Again, line shopping in baseball, absolutely paramount. Those cents will add up.
Yeah. And I looked up the word pelted in the dictionary this morning before I came to work, and there was a picture of Pelfrey. I feel sorry for the guy because it ain't his fault, but damn, Pete.
Interesting games here.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the bet that I am going to give out publicly here. All right, we got St. Louis and the Dodgers and the Angels. That's an interesting matchup. Wainwright and Weaver, both guys veterans who haven't really gotten it done. Although Weaver has kind of sneakily been okay at home, especially. He's been okay. He's been kind of getting it done.
He has.
So
but the rest of that team, they can't spell getting it done.
And then Adam Wainwright, who knows what's exactly up with him? He's a crafty guy who you feel like he's going to get the best out of himself every time out.
Know.
Not exactly sure what he's going to get here, but I'm going to go with St. Louis on the second half line. Should be about minus 125.
There's no reason why you shouldn't.
Minus
Your
125 or
second halves,
130.
and I mean this, that have been absolutely on fire.
In baseball and basketball.
I know. I'm admiring it.
Maybe I should change my name from Totals Loshak to Second Half Slim.
Second half slim. I love it. But
or second half slim.
I had 4 new bloggers or whatever you want to call them ask me again for your tweet. So
why can't they just search for it?
I don't know.
Damn it!
I am not. 3 months ago, me and you couldn't spell Twitter, so we're trying to figure it out the best way that we can.
All right. Well, that's the one play that I'm going to be sure that I'm going to give in this show. Might wind up being the only one. St. Louis on the second half. They're just a better team, and I think that who knows what's going to happen with Wainwright and Weaver. Who knows what the first 5 is going to be? But I'm going to take the second half. Do you have anything to say about this game?
No, I'm staying off of it. I just can't figure out what's going in L.A. Here's another thing, and again, all right, how long can a manager be effective? Isn't it time for Mike Scioscia to go? This guy's been managing this team for 20-something years, it seems like.
Yeah, I think the problem with that team is just that the GM or whoever it is that's putting together the roster is just making some mistakes. Yeah.
And now it's like Mike Trout's losing a little, not his mojo, but he's like thinking, wait, are they trying to build a winner here or what? He might be thinking of getting the hell out of there. So
all right, so that's my pick.
For me.
Then let's talk about another game that's interesting. God, we might wind up touching on all 8 games, but whatever, who cares? Cueto and Greinke in Arizona. Now, I've been reading that the roof is open, it's going to be hot. I'm leaning towards the over here. It's 7.5 minus 125 or minus 130 market wide. I've said many times as of right now, I'm not a believer in Greinke until further notice. I am a believer in him when he goes into Atlanta on the road in a hitter's park. Basically, a terrible lineup. But at home against San Francisco, no, I'm not a believer.
But do you know he's 8-0 with a 2.12 ERA in 11 starts against his team?
That was including 2 and 3 and 4 years ago. I was a huge believer in him all those years.
I know, you're right.
This year,
but Cueto, I'm not a believer in Cueto. Even though he's been bringing it, I keep waiting for that Cincinnati Reds Johnny Cueto to show up. It gets shellacked, turns his hat sideways, and you says, what the hell happened there?
So I'm leaning over in that one. I'm going to have to wait an official pick for that one closer to first pitch. I'll tweet it out if I'm on it, but I can't give it in the show. But that's definitely the way I'm
on
leaning.
Arizona money line -105.
Okay,
Pistol Pete.
okay.
Something tells me Goldschmidt's going to have a big game today. I love that kid. He's a ball player.
Yeah.
And I think Greinke's just got to figure something out. And he knows this team. He pitches very well against this team. So I don't know that the ballpark, and it may, but for me, with my pick, I don't know that the ballpark's going to make a difference today. I think Greinke in his head knows I got this team's number, and I think that team knows it. So money line -105, unless my line shopper can buy it for me lower.
Well, I'm seeing -103 at the Chris books. I'm not sure if that's a stale line, but I think we can give you that. It looks like it's appropriate. And then, that game, my honest opinion is that it feels like a coin flip.
Okay.
So I think that if I would disagree with you, it would only be a few cents of disagreement.
Okay.
So not a big deal. All right, Mike Brenner, we got some other interesting games. Did we cover all your picks?
Oh, yeah, we've covered all my picks, and I'll go over them at the end. But what else we got
Well,
on
just
there?
interesting is Philly at Atlanta, right? This
Yeah.
guy Blair. It's tricky because Blair is one of these young pitchers who he has good stuff, right? So far, he's had major control issues, but a lot of times rookies come up to the majors, they have control issues, especially in their first starts, and then they straighten it out. So a stark reversal from a guy like him in this game would not be surprising at all.
Yeah.
Then Velasquez has been great. I'm tempted.
You've had a good read on him, Pete.
Yeah, I'm tempted to take the under. If it was 7.5, I'd take it, but unfortunately, it's 7 market wide. I can't quite.
You know, and some of that's attributed to the pitching, but a lot of that's attributed to these teams just don't hit. And yesterday was that was a boring game.
I mean, yesterday I would have had a winner on the under, except there was a pitching change, so I had to cancel it.
Had to
But
cancel that. I saw that.
there was again. It was just like the under 7.5, and that one was good. And if it was 7.5, I would be on it. At 7, it's borderline. And then we have Shields and Nelson, San Diego, Milwaukee. This is another one I'm leaning towards the over 8. I'm not sure if the roof's going to be open or not, but I've seen that the wind is blowing out on that one. And
Milwaukee's been bringing some bats as of late.
Now Shields is one of these guys, very reliable, but not really lights out. He's facing a decent lineup here, coming out of Petco. Feels like he'll give up probably 3 or so.
I think
right?
so.
Nelson probably. So one way or another, it feels like this game is going to get to 8 at some point.
I believe that.
That's my lean on that one.
Okay, I like that. There's no reason to refute that.
Yeah. All right, let's review our picks. What are your picks, Mike Brenner?
Okay, I have got Baltimore on the run line +115 today. All right, I've got the Dodgers on the first half run line -135. All right, I'm taking Boston Red Sox run line. My line shopper got me +149. I like that, Pistol Pete. And Arizona on the money line -103 with Greinke just continuing his dominance of the San Francisco Giants.
All right, sounds good. Mike Brenner, again, as we said in the beginning, there's a lot of nothing that really jumped out at us.
Yeah.
A lot of borderline plays I'm liking, and I will definitely tweet out whatever I'm wind up definitely liking.
And check that out,
Loshak
too.
at P Loshak. For the purpose of this show, though, just one play, St. Louis on the second half. Should be about -125 or
I
130.
think you're going to knock it down and sweep the board,
All
Pistol
right,
Pete.
sounds good. Mike Brenner, we'll be
show.
back once again tomorrow for the Friday show. 15 games. We'll have a bunch of picks in that
Get
one.
it done. Let's kick that bookie's ass.